Hey guys, I'll tell you a little disappointing news here in a second. Low battery mode. That's not disappointing news because I can take care of that. And here I had nothing to talk to you about earlier. What a difference hours make. So, as the majority of y'all know, and by the time this video gets posted, might not even matter, but at this point, I have chosen not to get a shot because I have vaccine reactions and I have food allergies, and just, we don't know enough, you know, and it should be my right and my privilege to choose yes or no, or even say maybe. I have said no to flu, but I have continuously been vaxxed with tetanus, so I think that's a super important one. And to tell you the truth, I'd rather get flu or COVID over a lockjaw. And the flu and COVID don't completely protect me against those things. They would protect me against the one that just happened. Anyways, for some things, natural, if you don't have a compromised immune system, natural immunity is the best way to go for most diseases. But, so, long story, to get to a short story, as some of you guys know, I am a substitute with the library system where I live. Unfortunately, the library in my own city, not on that list. They decided to become a city library. Got a big, beautiful, brand new library, and then pulled out of the county system. Anyways, which I guess that's known to happen, so it's not the only time that's happened. Anyways, so we got notice that we had to get the vax by a certain date, or we can't work at 2 of the locations because they're on school campuses, which is really ridiculous because the one is on a high school campus and those kids can be vaccinated. And now it's kind of ridiculous on the other realm because those kids can be vaccinated now, technically. So, it's a ridiculous rule, mandate, whatever you want to call it. It's so black and white, and life is gray. Anyways, here's the gray area. Nobody is there on Saturdays. The school is not open on Saturdays. The one is not even actually in like the school. Like, the school has to come in to use it. The other one is actually on school property. Well, I was asked to work certain dates and told her my issue, and she was okay, but she had to check with the higher ups, and the higher ups said, nah, anybody who works there has to be cleared. They can't even be gray because on Saturdays the school is not open. So I can go to and not very many customers come in, but I can go and work at a freaking populated one on the children's floor, full of children, just as if it was school. I can do that. But I can't work at the one that has like maybe 2 people coming in, 3. Does not make sense at all. And I really feel discriminated against because they didn't even give us a chance to. Other places I've been able to do an exemption, and I think kids will get to be able to do an exemption, but you can't even do an exemption with this. Like, exemptions weren't allowed. It was shut up or put up, get it or deal with it. They're not even going to allow me to get a test. Not even going to get to be tested. Nope. We're just going to be black and white. And the thing is, the one that I work at, nobody likes to go over to it because it's so far away. And it's so tiny. So it's frustrated. I'm missing out on an extra amount of money I could be earning. And yeah. And I think by doing these things, they're hoping that it'll cause us to like get vaccinated. But they have reported today that the category that really needs to be and should be vaccinated, according to most doctors, so that's like the 66 and above, 99% of them are vaccinated. We have or should have had herd immunity already. There is no reason besides realizing that they made a mistake and have too much vaccine that they're gonna waste and that they've spent way too much money on it. That's the only thing I can think of, because there's no other reason, no reason for 100%. I get 100% for like polio. I get 100% for even chickenpox, because that was like I said in another video, that's like, I would not wish the chickenpox on anybody. It was a bad memory for me when I was a little child. So I get that. I would encourage people to get the chickenpox shot. And I want you to know that they're not being truthful about the HPV one either. Because I know someone that still contracted it, even though they had the shots. And then the doctor said, oh, it just helps you fight it. So don't let those commercials make you believe that it's actually going to prevent it, because it doesn't. And also, those commercials are so false because they tell you it prevents cervical cancer. What prevents cervical cancer is not having unprotected sex, not having sex with someone that has it. That's what prevents cervical cancer, not that freaking shot, because I know someone that still is going to have to go through all the like tests to make sure they don't have cancer. So I'm fed up with these drug companies, because they lie to us in order for us to take these things, and we just need to start using our noggin. We need to start using our freaking noggin and researching and going, okay, how can I actually protect myself? Is this going to protect me like it would with chickenpox or polio or smallpox or MMR? Or is this just going to help me fight the disease? Use your noggin. So I'm like up there. I'm like, seriously? There's no reason for this. they should have had us test ourselves for immunity at least to see if we had immunity, and that would protect better than the shots, because natural is always better. If you can solve something with natural, say you have cancer and it's solvable with natural means like herbs and vegetables and all that stuff, which I have a family member that did solve it by eating clean. It killed it. I'm not saying it works for everything, but if you can solve it by natural means, like using peppermint oil when you have a headache, or eucalyptus for when you have a cough, if you can use natural means to solve things, that's where you should go first, because that's what's best for our body. We have proven that synthetic means is not always a good thing. We have proven that. People are getting cancer, people are dying from synthetic drugs. People that wouldn't have died and shouldn't have died. So, natural is always best. Changing your diet is always best, to be clean with your eating. Avoiding as much processed food as you can. Like, I would drop probably a few pounds in a week if I went clean. I have that knowledge. And I would feel 10 times better. The thing is, I'm addicted to the bad things. The things that are not so good for you, that take up those calories, and then you can't put the good things in your body. But anyways, I'm riled up. I wish you could see this video today, man. It'd be kind of out of order if I did it. I need to get to posting. I know. Alright, I am where I need to be soon. I'll be saying goodbye soon. Some things just don't make sense. Like today, I was listening to a bunch of celebrities that were in jail or whatever, watching that, and just, it doesn't make sense to me for someone to go to almost life in prison for cocaine and marijuana, yet someone only gets 5 years for raping children. That makes no sense to me at all. At all. There's a football player that almost had to spend life in prison because of cocaine and weed. And yet there was somebody else that got a few years just for raping. I just ran the red light in front of me. Alright, I'm where I need to be. Glad I was able to provide you some interesting conversation. We're gonna say goodbye. On that note, goodbye.